Yes, we are live now.
About to be live.
The message came.
Okay. I've kept it off by default, the voice. Otherwise, one sec. Huh? Muskan is also joining. A very good evening to one and all. So, we are on this full talks, which is Secrets of Living a Full Life by Management Me School of Confidence. And well, today the topic is unstoppable. So, being unstoppable is a part of success. And we are here today to learn about how to be unstoppable. And I'm sure you must have come across, many instances in your life where you were unstoppable, or you must have heard about people who were unstoppable, or you must have seen your family members who were unstoppable. So that drive to go behind what you believe in is what I call as unstoppable. That's the understanding that I have of what is unstoppable. So let us just discover, like, how do we look at the term unstoppable, through different perspectives. So any of you would like to go forward? Yes, Roshni. Just a
Me?
minute. Let me pin you first. Yes, Roshni.
So just one of the examples. For me, being unstoppable would be like giving a presentation or speech in front of 100 to 150 people or a large crowd successfully, uh, because I get hesitant when there are a lot of people.
Hmm.
So without any fear, I want to address a crowd of people.
All right. So here, what you're saying is, it's a feat that you want to accomplish, and here, unstoppable for you would be the every small challenge that you will be facing to speak in front of the entire crowd. Those challenges, you will go through those challenges as being unstoppable.
Yes, true.
Right? So the ultimate goal is to speak in front of thousands of people without any hesitation. That's the fear of public speaking. And to reach that level, you feel there are a number of challenges which you're going to overcome by being unstoppable.
Yes.
Awesome. Give her a huge round of applause, please. And for the audience out there,
So,
you too can write on in which part of your life or for what do you want to be unstoppable. Yes.
yeah.
So we go next.
So, can I?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. So, for me, unstoppable growth, I mean to say, because every living being is unstoppable in terms of development. Every
Hmm,
living being. I'm not talking
hmm,
about anything in the world. Every living being is unstoppable in terms of growth, whether it is physically or mentally. In
hmm.
terms of every living being is physically also unstoppable in terms of gradually or rapidly. Is like for example plants, human
Mm,
being,
mm,
every living being, insects,
mm,
animals, every
mm.
living being is unstoppable in terms of growth. So growth,
Unstoppable in terms of growth, but there comes to a particular point where the growth is limited.
yeah,
Like, for example, you don't grow beyond a particular height.
yeah. So, but mentally, I'm
Ah,
speaking about
okay,
mentally also. The
okay,
mentally also, like we are unstoppable.
right.
For example, at the old age, the
Mm,
mentally is being more experienced than we are being unstoppable in terms of experiences.
Okay,
Day by day, every day, we are being unstoppable in terms of growth, whether it is mentally also. So
wonderful.
the growth in the right direction. See, unstoppable is in the negative part and the positive part. But in the right direction, for we to decide is the very important thing, being unstoppable. So for me, being in the right direction and in the positive, for being unstoppable, my main is to say
Okay.
unstoppable in the right direction and in the positive direction.
Okay, so you mean to say if I am pursuing a goal which is benefiting everyone and myself, and I am putting all my efforts into that area
Hmm.
and achieving it, then that is
Yeah,
being unstoppable.
yeah,
So
yes,
unstoppable to reach your goal.
yes.
Wow, awesome. Give him a huge round of applause, please. Fantastic. Yes. Would Rishabh like to go next?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, for me, unstoppable is no one can stop me from doing anything that I want to do. First of
Uh,
all, that don't be afraid. Just do what your mind is thinking. Don't be afraid. Don't be under pressure
Your network is a little less
that you
strong.
have to do the work. Okay, now it's coming.
Yeah, yeah. It's showing that your network bandwidth is a little low.
Okay,
Yeah. Are you on Wi-Fi?
yes, ma'am.
Huh. Okay, I can hear you clearly, but proceed, please.
Yes. So my one thing is don't be afraid of anyone.
Yeah, so for you, being unstoppable is to achieve your own goals without paying attention to what the
Yes,
world is going to tell you.
yes, right.
All right. So I think Rishabh, you should get into an area where the network is better because you're frozen for us. So just see if you
Right,
can
right, right.
change that. Meanwhile, I'll take
Yes, ma'am.
Jinendra on what is his perspective about being unstoppable. Yes, Jinendra. Please
Ma'am,
unmute yourself. Yeah,
yes, ma'am.
thank you.
Ma'am, for me, unstoppable is never stopping whatever it seems to be. Like if we want to go something, do something, or we should do some, or there is any problem coming before it. So we should
uh,
not uh, stop there, and we should go beyond that. Like if something that stops us, we should
Hmm.
not stop, and we should go again with them.
Wonderful. I know what it takes for you to speak here publicly in front
Yes,
of
ma'am.
everyone,
Yes,
always
ma'am.
having that thing in your mind, whether you're expressing properly or not. That itself is being unstoppable. So
Yes,
kudos
ma'am.
to you for having, being unstoppable in spite of the anxiety, in spite of the fear, and in spite of, not getting the right words. But I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
you really spoke very well, and all of you, I think he deserves a huge round of applause. So awesome, fantastic,
Thank you, ma'am.
superb, superb, superb. Thank you, Jinendra.
Thank
um
you, ma'am.
Now let me share with you a story about where things will become more clear about what is unstoppable. There was this girl who was very short. She was hardly 4 feet 5 inches, and she was constantly criticized by a sister who was very beautiful, who was tall, and she was very criticized every time, and everywhere they would go, people would make comparisons between her and her sister, and she would feel all the more bad. Now what happens is, when you are being criticized every now and then, as a child, she did not know what to do to overcome that feeling of remorse, and she felt like crying and everything. So she resorted to eating food. When she would eat something, no, she would feel वो anxiety वगैरह चले जाता था. So she used food as a coping mechanism to overcome her anxiety and fear and that feeling of lack that she does not have a good height. Now, as a result of this, what happened was she put on a lot of weight. She was almost 200 pounds. Now, with that heavy weight, like then she started feeling that, the criticism is now for her weight also. First of all, she's short. On top of that, she has gained a lot of weight. So it was like, a huge football. So people used to call her football. People used to call her a lot of things. And then she felt all the more bad. But one fine day, she decided that, okay, I'm going to take a challenge. So there was one celebrity, trainer who was helping people to reduce their weight by taking up challenges. So an extreme challenge was given to her. And she said, yes, I'm going to do it. So the challenge was for her to climb up the stairs of an amphitheater. And she just didn't have to climb up the stairs of an amphitheater. She also had to carry an 80-pound weight with her. So with the weight, she was supposed to climb up. And her knees almost came up to the stair. So that high the stairs were. But she went on and on, on and on, on and on. And when she reached on the top of the amphitheater, the people sitting there all cheered for her. And she felt really, awesome. This I would link to vicarious experience. Sorry, not vicarious experience, personal experience. And then social persuasion. If you remember about yesterday's session
Yes.
that we had done. Okay,
Yeah.
so she reached there and she felt so happy that, her first achievement was appreciated so well by people who she doesn't know about. Then her trainer told that now the next challenge I'm going to give you is in 6 months' time, you will have to do half a marathon. And started with her diet and her physical exercise. She trained very well. And after 6 months, she told her trainer, I'm not going to do half the marathon, I'm going to do the full marathon. So her trainer said, no, you cannot do that. You're stretching yourself. First of all, you're so short. You have to put so many strides, double the strides of a taller person. So it's going to be too much for your body. She said, nothing doing, I'm going to do it. I'm determined and I'm sure that I'm going to be a winner. So she does that full marathon and finally she reduces half her weight. So from 200 pounds, she came down to 100 pounds. This is what I say is being unstoppable. So the determination to continue, and not only to continue, to stretch yourself towards your goals. The goal was only half a marathon, but she wanted to do one full marathon. So when you go behind your goals or your purpose, whatever it is, with a determination not only to complete it, but to complete much better. That is what I called being unstoppable. And I'm sure each one of you have that grit and determination within you, especially Roshni. Many of you might not know that Roshni was really scared of speaking to people. And it's a great thing that today she is appearing with her video on and sharing very freely what she thinks about being unstoppable. So a huge round of applause to Roshni as well. Fantastic.
Thank you, Miss.
All right. Now we'll go forward with the presentation. Allow me to share. Well, what is being unstoppable? If you check at being unstoppable, the first thing is, when you talk about unstoppable, you can see the peak, right? Just as the first picture that shows, it's like a sense of achievement. So if you would have done what you did, what you wanted to do, this would be what you are, right? This would be your pose that you're standing, or you would say, yes, this is what I am, after being unstoppable to achieve your aim. Now, it all starts with you. Unstoppable starts with you. Okay. Now, what happens is the only thing that stops us is what? What stops you?
Fear.
Our confidence.
Fear, lack of confidence. But who has the fear?
Mind.
Whose mind?
Self. Ourself.
Yes. So the only obstacle is actually you and your mind.
Yes.
Right? So in the mind, there are certain limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs means beliefs that do not allow you to be your authentic self. When I'm talking about authentic self, you must have seen children. Now you give them any task to do, they will never say no. They will not even have a doubt that they won't be able to do it. Even when you were small, like for example, Jinendra shared with me today in a personal session that he was made, to take part in a fancy dress competition by his aunt, and he was very scared, but somehow or the other, he managed to say the few lines and he got the first prize. Right? So if he had that ability to get the first prize in lower kg when he was hardly 6 years old or 5 years old, definitely he has the capacity to get a prize. Yes or no? He has the capacity to get a prize.
Yes,
यानी
ma'am.
एक बार अगर आपने कुछ कर लिया ना, तो आप दोबारा भी कर सकते हो. Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
एक बार अगर आपने कर लिया, दोबारा भी आप कर सकते हो. बट मैंने जब उसको पूछा कि एक बार तूने कर लिया ना तो दोबारा कर सकते हो, नहीं, उसके बाद मैंने कभी किया नहीं है. अब ये उसके बाद मैंने किया कभी नहीं है क्यों आया? क्यों आया जिनेंद्र?
Opportunity he didn't get.
No, he got a lot of opportunities, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
पर क्यों नहीं तुमने किया?
Stage fear.
स्टेज फियर मतलब उसने ही वो फियर लेके आया, जो आजू बाजू लोगों ने बताया, उसने अपने आप में वो फियर लेके आया. So his limiting belief, he has a proof, his mind has given him a proof that you did it once, but वो proof के बारे में भूल गया वो, और जो लोगों ने कहा उसके ऊपर उसका विश्वास हुआ. After all, he was a small child. So people around him told that he cannot do it. And I'm sure there must have been comparisons between you and somebody else in the family.
Yes, ma'am.
But so that did not make him believe that he has it in him to be somebody great and get that prize. Okay. I'm so sorry. Okay. So the limiting beliefs, examples of limiting beliefs. I will never be able to fulfill my dreams. I don't have the abilities to do this job. Abdul, you may think that whatever I do, this particular goal will not be accomplished. So are you practicing the goal which I told you yesterday?
Yes.
Yes. And
Yeah.
that is your test. That is an assignment for you. Yes.
Yeah.
See, you have to be confident enough to ask for what you want. Otherwise, you will never get it. Whether it is to the universe, whether it is to people, you have to have the confidence to ask for what you want. In Gujarati, there is a saying, maybe some of you will relate to it. Puchya vagar maaye nathi aapti. What does that mean? That if you don't ask, even your mom may not give you. Mom, who's closest to you, knows everything about you. Even without saying, she understands. But unless you ask her that you want something, she cannot give it to you. So whatever you want, you have to ask. And the world has seen people who are unstoppable are the ones who ask for what they want and they get it. I don't have the right education. मुझे knowledge नहीं है. I look awful and it is not up to me. I'm not good enough. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not strong enough. I will never be happy. Any of you have had these feelings come to your mind that I will never be happy? मुझे होता था. When I used to see Meena Kumari movies, no, I used to adore her. Anybody knows who's Meena Kumari?
Yes, ma'am.
A-
She was a wonderful actress
yes, a
in
beautiful
80s.
and wonderful actress. So I used
Yes,
to love the way she acted, and she was so beautiful. And I used to think that that kind of feelings always used to be there. मैं कभी खुश नहीं हो सकती. That kind of low
right,
feelings where I'm nothing, I'm not good enough, I'm not beautiful enough, I'm not intelligent enough. All those feelings were there in my mind. So those were the limiting beliefs that I understood 10 years after that when I took psychotherapy and counseling. I'm not worthy. I don't deserve a handsome husband, is what I used to think. But I got a handsome husband. Okay. I cannot change. I don't have time. Everyone is against me. I'm not good with money. Life is all problems and risks. So we get stopped by our own limiting beliefs and fears of failure. सब कुछ इधर है.
right,
यहां से अगर सॉर्ट किया ना तो लाइफ सॉर्टेड है.
right.
Now, the next thing that you can do, sorry, is to embrace a higher purpose and mission. So the other day we were discussing about like, what do you want your contributions to be? And I don't remember what you all exactly said, but can you just refresh yourself and think about if you had to contribute, or if you had a purpose, what would it be? Like, for example, the other day we saw Desmond Tutu, Archbishop Desmond Tutu. He had dedicated his life to give freedom to the blacks from slavery, right? From the
Right,
rights that they did not get.
right,
Okay, so his purpose was to get freedom. Okay, if you see Dalai Lama, his purpose is to spread joy and allow people to get connected to themselves, evolve in spirituality. Same way, my purpose is to inspire 1 billion plus people to transform to their best versions. So what do you think could be your purpose?
my purpose is to be a successful man and not to get fear or afraid of anything, anywhere.
That is your goal. It is not your
Yes,
purpose.
right. Okay. So,
We all have a purpose for which we have visited this beautiful planet.
right.
Maybe you don't know it now, but yes, the time
Yeah.
will come. If you reflect, I think I know, because you once told me that you want to be a philanthropist like Ratan Tata,
Yes,
right? You
I
want to
want to
do
contribute something to this society.
exactly. So if you want to
Yes,
contribute to the society, you have to have
yes.
so much of what you say bank
Knowledge.
balance and
Yes,
resources so that you can
yes,
help the lesser privileged,
yes. So
right?
that people can trust me.
And people can
Trust me. That
trust you.
he is, yes,
Yeah, yeah. So just like Ratan Tata as being your model, you would want to serve the world in as
right,
many ways as possible. Now
right,
that is your purpose. Service to the lesser privileged. That is your
right.
purpose. Anybody else? Are you being able to? Yes, Roshni.
I want to do some like make a discovery or invention or any research work that's gonna help the environment or in the medical part, just help the society in short.
Wonderful. So your purpose is also to alleviate the pain of people or to do something to reduce the environmental degradation that's happening.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. See, things are getting clearer, right? During these sessions, there's a lot of clarity that is coming to you.
My
Yes, Jin.
purpose is not defined yet. I want to be like it it not necessary to be a only one or two. It has to be a purpose in multiple field, in terms of teaching, in terms of inspire things, in terms of building some things. So
See, you can inspire with your work, you can inspire with your teaching, you can inspire with your innovations.
yeah, so
So basically, the
the,
purpose is inspiration. Simple, right?
yeah, but the yeah, inspiration is the purpose. Yeah,
Exactly. Be an
yeah.
example, be the change that you want to see in the world. Lead by example. That's what it's for you. Yes, Jinendra.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think is your purpose? Any
To
idea
be a
coming to you?
yes, to be a good human.
Oh, wow. But you already are a good human being. You don't have to, search to be a good human being, or you don't
In,
have to be unstoppable to be a good human being. You already are.
in terms of contribution, Jinendra.
Like yes, ma'am.
Not necessarily contribution also. What
Like
do
in
you
the
think is your
society.
purpose? It could be when you're saying good human being, means maybe you want to reach to the highest point of goodness.
Yes, ma'am. Like in the society. In
Um,
the
doing
society. In
doing something to the society.
yes, ma'am.
Um, you don't know what it is exactly, but you know that it
Yes,
is related
ma'am.
to the society.
Yes, ma'am. Like I want to reach, take my business to the large point that uh, each and every society believes in me, believe in myself, and believe in my product. Yes,
Hmm. So basically, you want to make people feel awesome and handsome and beautiful
yes, ma'am.
by wearing your clothes.
Not really.
Then what is it? That is your goal,
Like
probably.
everyone should be happy.
Hmm.
Like
So
they should never
spreading
be.
happiness.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful that you want to spread happiness in the society. You
Yes,
want
ma'am.
to help people to know what is joy
Yes, ma'am.
by being joyful yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome, awesome. I loved it. Fantastic, fantastic. आप है ना बहुत लंबे रेस का घोड़ा हो. You may think that there is no seriousness in what you
There
do.
is a there is a there is a dialogue in Tamasha movie. No,
हाँ,
not Tamasha, Rockstar movie.
हाँ,
ये बड़ा जानवर है.
बड़ा
छोटी
जानवर है.
हाँ, छोटे पिंजरे में नहीं चलेगा.
फैंटास्टिक. मतलब ये ना आपको कोई लिमिट नहीं कर सकता. That is what he meant to say. So explore the world, be what you are, explore yourself, find out what else can you do with the talents that you have.
Yes,
Superb, superb. We will continue with the presentation.
yes, ma'am.
Awesome. अब क्या हो रहा है? Okay. Yes. Now some other limiting beliefs that we may have is like, many times it comes to your mind. Just read this, what is written here, and see, like, have you ever had these thoughts in your mind?
It's safer not to try than to risk failure.
It's safer not to try than to risk failure.
Than to risk failure.
No. I am asking you, read those statements which you have had. Matlab, these
Okay.
feelings you have had, these beliefs you have had. Not feelings,
I
beliefs.
have had all of these feelings.
So you're very experienced here.
If
Okay,
if I
you,
wait long, if I
ah,
wait long enough, things will change.
this is what you had in your
That's
mind.
that's happening with me. Yeah.
All right. For me, I had,
Example, if I
I'm sorry.
yeah, for example, if I being doing job things and not develop developing things personally, so I will be like outdated, and then in future there won't be anything who will ask me for anything. So the world is changing, the world will change. I will be remaining there only if I won't change, if I won't try anything.
So basically, it's not this quote that is written here. Yours should be, if I wait long enough, I won't be able to do much. Correct. Here it is written, if I wait long enough, things will change. That means I am waiting for things to change. Abdul, you are
Yes.
muted. Huh? So
Yeah,
for you,
yeah.
the belief was,
Mm,
I cannot wait long enough because then things will not
yeah.
change. Right? Things will be
Yeah.
outdated. So that was the belief for you. Okay. Then what about you, Rishabh?
Ma'am, from my side, all is there. Actually, in 2016 or 17, I
Hmm.
had started a business. Uh,
Acha.
I had taken a bold of Motilal Oswal.
Hmm.
So I thought that it will be a good investment and the business will grow farther, longer.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
after a few years, the business was not going that much good.
Huh.
So I thought that it's unfair to me because I have studied the same stream. I have done BFM in financial markets. So I thought that I should give a chance. That
I should be given
I
a
should be,
chance.
yes, yes,
All right.
and yes,
So that's great that you are understanding these slides and relating it to yourself. Now you're getting a clear
right.
picture about, what's actually limiting you from achieving what you want. Just a minute. Okay. Now, if you go to see, there was a survey done where they just checked out and asked people, okay, what is your goal in life? Some people said to grow a company. Why? To retire early. Why? To spend time with family. And what will happen if you have time to spend with family? You'll be happy. Another person said to get a great job. Again, the question is why you want a great job? To make more money. Why do you want to make more money? To buy a home. And why do you want a home? So that I become happy. Then it was find a girlfriend. I'll be happy if I find a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Why? I will find my soulmate. Why? To get married. And after I get married to my soulmate, I'll be happy. Another person said, I want to be healthy. Why? So that I can run faster. Why? So that I can run a marathon. And after I win the marathon, I'll be happy. So if you will go to see anybody in this world, whatever goals they have, their goal is to find happiness.
Happiness.
Their goal is to find happiness.
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 But what makes you happy may be different for different people because a perception of happiness is different for different people.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if you look at happiness framework, there are three types of happiness. First is pleasure. You get pleasure. Okay. Now, this is like chasing the next high, becoming the best student of my class, becoming the best employee. What gives you pleasure? or having my greatest treat. That gives you pleasure. So it's a momentary happiness. It doesn't last much long. Then you come to flow and engagement, that is passion. Like, time flies and you just not knowing that, oh, you've done so much things and you feel so passionate doing things, you forget the world. That's called passion. It stays for a little more time. And then you realize that there is something beyond passion. And beyond passion is a higher purpose or meaning, the reason for your presence in this beautiful world, being a part of something that is bigger than yourself. So Biji Tushar wants management me to stay back even after she is not there. So that becomes my purpose. But Biji Tushar was very happy, teaching the students, coaching them, getting them, seeing them win at every, juncture of life and making a life for themselves. That was my passion. I am in my passion, but my purpose is making me unstoppable. I am in my passion, but my purpose is making me unstoppable. So as I talk to you today, I realize that there is a time when I have to move higher. Now, what exactly is happening to me here is that I know that I'm in a passion. So in the morning, I get up and today we did not have a session, but still I wanted to do something more for Jinendra. So I called him to the office and I was very excited to reach there and speak to him. So that's because I am in my passion. I forget about everything when I'm talking to him. But now, as we are discovering ourselves, as we are finding new clarity, and when you're talking about purpose, I realize my purpose to reach 1 billion plus people will not get done if I do not approach companies and train leaders, because when they will train other people to become leaders, then only I will reach 1 billion plus people. Right? So I have to move now, not only being passionate and happy about what is happening, but I have to create more happiness for myself by approaching companies and multiple companies in multiple cities and all over the world. So for that, I have to be unstoppable. Thank you guys for making me, this harsh fact is just come on to me right now. Thank you all for bringing this clarity. And of course, it was always there. It's not that it's not there, but that urgency, that nahi, abhi to karna hai. बहुत रुक गया. Like I had the limiting belief earlier that it will take time for things to change. But now I realize that I have to move further and make things change. Don't wait for anybody else. Thank you. Thank you. So we go forward from the 3 types of happiness. Okay. Unfortunately, we have been moving in this direction. Most of the people move in this direction. They realize their pleasure, move to the passion, and then move to the higher purpose or their meaning of life.
This pleasure can be a comfort zone.
Pleasure is not a comfort zone, but it is like you get a high just having it. मतलब मजा आता है, मजा आता है, बहुत मजा आता है और मेरे जीने की वजह है.
But then what's exactly the difference between pleasure and passion?
Pleasure does not stay for a long time. For example, आज है ना मुझे टल्ली होना है. अब टल्ली हो जाओगे दूसरे दिन तो निकल जाएगा सब कुछ. Right? But at that moment you're feeling that high. That's pleasure. But I get high from doing my workshops. So I go on for days together. And that satisfaction lasts forever. So when I see Roshni in UK giving a presentation and mentioning Biji Tushar, I'll say, wow, this is fantastic. It has lasted from last year till the next year. So almost 1 year. Right? That's passion.
So it's not necessary that your pleasure can also be your passion.
Your pleasure can become your passion. Like, for example, for me, if you go to see, when I was in Vivek Vidyalaya, I used to love to do something for this outstanding children. Outstanding children means children standing outside the class, the ones who are not academically good. मतलब जिनको पढ़ाई में प्रॉब्लम था उनके लिए मुझे कुछ करना था. The thing is, every time I used to see them being criticized by the teachers, being criticized by their peer groups, उनके मजाक उड़ाते थे, तो मुझे बहुत बुरा लगता था. मुझे ऐसे लगता था कि उनको कुछ अचीवमेंट देना चाहिए. They should feel a sense of high कि हम भी कुछ है. So उसमें से जो लोग डांसर्स थे, I would give them an opportunity to take part in dance. जो स्पोर्ट्समैन थे, I would create opportunities for them to enhance their sporting skills. And when I would see them get that achievement, like I would like to share, I think I shared this earlier also, maybe you were not there, story about how all the students who had failed for twice or thrice, that was the eligibility criteria of the students who were selected for a competition for tug of war. पहले के जमाने में full pass नहीं था. You had to pass every year, otherwise you would fail and remain in the same class. So these 10-15 students who were there, they were all patthas and heavyweight, and 2-3 साल fail हो गए थे वो लोग. तो अभी मुझे उनको कोई sense of achievement देना था. तो when the opportunity came for a tug of war, I selected all these boys and I said we are going. और उनको क्या है, मजा करना है, एक दिन क्लास में नहीं बैठना पड़ेगा, मजा आएगा. So they were very ready and we did a lot of practice and we went for the inter-school competition in tug of war, and these boys won 10 rounds with 10 schools and emerged coming first in the competition. सच बोलूं तो अभी भी मुझे याद है कि मैंने क्या पहना था, उनका यूनिफॉर्म क्या था, उन लोग कहाँ खड़े थे, कितने बच्चे थे, 11 बच्चे थे, वो कैसे खींच रहे थे, एंड लास्ट एंड में the rope wasn't moving on either side. दोनों पार्टी इतनी टफ थी. And I remember it was AB Goregaonkar school who was opposite to Vivek Vidyalaya. And जिस तरह से उन्होंने उसको win किया, it is commendable. I went on screaming till I had no voice. And that was the joy that I saw on their face. Till today, I am in touch with one of the boys, Kiran More. He's a BJP politician or something. Still now I am in touch with that boy. But जो उनके चेहरे पे जो दिखा ना मुझे, वो it was like worth the trouble that was taken and worth asking everybody permission to send them outside the class, and overcoming my own fears that I'm putting my trust in them. हार के आगे तो सब लोग मजाक उड़ाने वाले हैं, तो वो रिस्क जो लेना था वो रिस्क भी लिया था. So I was happy, but that is my passion. Now when I talk to Jinendra or when I talk to Majid about building the confidence to be who you actually are, it's like getting into your head, getting into your mind and creating that transformation inside out. That is what gives me a high. When Rishabh calls me to his company, ma'am, you have to come and train my leaders, that's when I will feel, wow, this is super.
Yes.
So this is making a difference to the entire world. With my passion, I was only limited to the 2000 students whom I would meet day in and day out. But with my purpose, I have no limits. I can go international. Are you understanding the difference between passion and purpose? Because there is a meaning to what I'm doing.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not one person, it's one entire family. It's not one individual, it's entire organization that is being affected. Right? So that's living your purpose. And it is beautiful. It is awesome. We'll go forward. Yes. Well, now pleasure, again, Roshni, for you, things will be more clearer. Pleasure means chasing excitement and material objects. This is the shortest lasting form of happiness. Passion is being in the zone, doing something that you care about. Time tends to fly by when you're fully engaged, and this is the second longest lasting form of happiness. But higher purpose is being part of something that is bigger than you, that has profound meaning to you. And this is a long lasting form of happiness. I think now the difference between pleasure, passion, and higher purpose is clear. Are you all with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, the proper strategy would be to figure out and pursue a higher purpose first, since it is the long lasting form of happiness. And then layer on top of that the passion, and then add on top of that the pleasure type of happiness. So if you start your base with your purpose, of which you have had a clarity. So now that seed has already gone into your subconscious mind that you are a contributor to the society, right? Then you come to, oh, to be a contributor to the society, what is it that I should do so that I forget about the time? So that is where you'll be where you'll be in your passion. And then the pleasure for you, Roshni, now will be to study a particular article and research about it. Researching, I'll give you an example again. Researching about the topic is a pleasure. Taking that topic into your project, for example, the coffee waste that you're talking about. By the way, what are the things that you require exactly? Please tell me, because my aunt is coming from Kerala and I will ask her to get those things for you for your research. The coffee
Yeah, so it's called coffee husk. So after
coffee
the
husk.
yeah.
Okay. We'll
But
bring the seeds. Is it okay? From that you can remove the husk.
yeah, oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Only the seeds are required, right? The full one from the tree, you can just get it. That's it, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, fine. Done, done, done. See, ask and you shall receive. The other day she was telling me, I don't know from where we are going to get, because here there are no coffee trees. And it just happened that she's coming, and it just happened that you told me, and it just happened that I'll tell her, and it just happened that she'll be bringing it and you'll be doing your research. Okay, so doing your research will be the passion. And after you have done your research, when it becomes a thesis or it is acclaimed by the world, that will be your purpose. To do more researches like that.
Yes.
Okay. Being an unstoppable force for good means leaving your comfort zone on a regular basis for the sake of something more meaningful and rewarding than the false safety of your comfort zone. Making commitments that stretch you and then living into those commitments. Committing to things that inspire you, even though you sometimes have no clue of how you're going to achieve them, and then getting to work, figuring out how you're going to do it. I never knew what is business. I didn't know what would happen, but I knew for sure that I'm changing lives. That was sure. Right? So you will figure out, you will find out how things have to be done. There's trial, there is error, there is failures, there is risks. But commitment is something that you should never leave. Right now, I want you to open your book and write down what is your comfort zone and how or which comfort zone will you come out to reach your purpose. One question, audience, you also can do this. What is my comfort zone? What are the things that I will do to come out of it in relation to your purpose? What is my comfort zone? And what are the things I will do to come out of it in relation to my purpose? Once you're done, you can just raise your hand. At least one thing that you can do to come out of a comfort zone. Okay, Abdul has done. Yes, Abdul.
My comfort zone is having a my 10 to 7 job because I spend enough peace of mind in my job things. There is not more challenging which was happened in my previous job than now. So this is now my comfort zone with the 10 to 7 time spent I spend with in the office, and after the office I spend the time with my family and having a chill life. This is my comfort zone now,
Yes.
but I break them into different things which I already spoken to you, like having to build my own business, to build my own enterprise, and to challenge the world, to teach someone to have something new. So, so these are. I have
Right
also
now,
write down the.
sorry to cut you, but right now, you cannot afford to come out of your comfort zone. You have to ensure that your foot is rested on sure grounds before you enter into unsure grounds. When we talk about positivity, it doesn't mean that you jump into taking a risk. You need to make a proper plan, ensure that even if you are not into that 10 to 7 job, you are actually doing something that is worth and enough for maintaining your lifestyle, because there are many dependents on you,
Yes.
right? So
Yeah.
you have to make a wise planning. Many times people say you should be in your passion, you should love what you do. Agreed, but you have to be practical also.
Yeah. Agreed.
You must feed your dreams every day and slowly decide to quit out of your comfort zone if that you think is your comfort zone. What else? How else can you add value during that period to your own dream is one thing that you can do to come out of that comfort zone.
Can I go?
Ah, yes. Just a minute. We're almost ending.
No, I meant, can I say the answer like that?
Of course you can. Bolo, bolo.
So my comfort zone would be to talk to or stick with people that I know feel safe with or I'm comfortable with.
So meeting strangers.
Yeah, that's definitely out of comfort zone.
Right.
So maybe what I can do is take someone that I know with me and then talk to the stranger.
Stranger. Wonderful.
Or
Wonderful.
imagine that I'm talking to someone I know, but that becomes difficult.
Imagining becomes difficult.
No. Imagining that I'm talking to someone I know because I know it's not that person.
Because your logical mind is very
Yeah.
strong, no? So it won't. So the strategy is good. You can take a known friend and meet an unknown friend.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Then there are, forums where you can participate. Maybe it could be crossword, na? There, you get a chance to sit and read the books that you want. So there are a lot of people who are interested in books, and I think in books are also something that interests you, right? So there you can make friends with people. Again, there, if you find a little difficult, take a known friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is how you can come out of your comfort zone. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes, Rishabh.
Ma'am, for me, my comfort zone will be that I am into a business and I don't know the 100% of my business. So I want to interact with new people and to improve my knowledge and gain something so I can understand all that what we sell, what we produce. So I want to understand the sales department, purchase department, marketing, accounts department, all things.
Let's start with one. What is a
Yes.
strategy that you can do for one department?
For one, now I am in sales department, sales and admin department. So for that, I am interacting with new people. That what easier step can we take to do it simple?
Okay, so how we can make it simpler
Simple.
to have more
Yes.
sales?
Yes.
So sales strategies
Right.
could be something that you could work at. So we can, in the next session that we can discuss about different sales strategies that can be used in selling your product.
Right.
Wonderful. Yes,
Because
Jin. Yeah, sorry.
yes.
Continue.
Because it has been only 2 to 3 years that I have joined the business. So somewhere I get a fear that I can't do this.
Hmm.
So what will my parents say to me? That
Okay.
तेरे को बार बार समझाया तेरे को कितनी बार समझाओ वैसे मैं सोचते कि बार के 3 4 बार समझाया तो समझ में आता नहीं है but then too we try to understand.
Okay, I'll tell you a simpler way. It could be your learning style may not be matching with
Right.
the way they are
Learning
teaching
skill.
you.
Yes.
So you
Yes,
need
yes,
to
right.
understand that. So what you can do is you start with one concept. See, fear is the absence of knowledge. You're trying to gain knowledge, but you're not able to understand because maybe the person who's telling you is not able to communicate with you. So you will have to be told in a way that you understand. So you have to see what works. Now, the assignment given to you was find out strategies for selling your product,
Yes,
different
yes.
strategies for selling your product. What you can do is you can research on selling strategies,
Okay,
and there are various books also on selling.
okay,
So
okay,
selling strategies, one of the strategies which you use is what, so what, and now what.
okay.
So there are many strategies like that. So you have to find out, let's say, one strategy that will work for your business. You
Right.
can find it out from YouTube. You can find it out from
Book.
books. You can
Yes,
find it out from TED Talks. So you got resources. Now you
right,
got resources. From that, take one which you think is the best for you, and then you
yes,
implement it.
right,
And when you implement it and get the sales done, then you can say, wow, I've learned it.
right, right,
That
right.
will give you more excitement to go forward and
And
try the new
more,
strategy.
yes, yes, and more confidence of doing this.
Exactly, exactly.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
another one
Thank you very much.
strategy, another one
Yes,
strategy is to understand the pain points. Like today, Jinendra, when you came to sell your product to me, when we did the role play,
Yes,
What did I
ma'am.
tell you first? Yeah. Starting mein, he just came and he started talking about his product. I said,
Yes, ma'am.
Ruko zara.
Introduce yourself.
No, after that, you have
Make
to
clear
tell me
about,
something. Huh.
yes,
Yeah.
make clear about yourself, what you are doing,
No, 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 no. You have to
about the
involve the
product.
customer.
Yeah.
कस्टमर को लगना चाहिए आपसे बात करने के लिए. तो कस्टमर को लगने के लिए आपको कुछ ऐसा बोलना पड़ेगा ताकि उसके अटेंशन को आप ग्रैब करो. तो उस मेरे अटेंशन को ग्रैब करने के लिए आपने क्या कहा?
Uh,
आप भूल गए, मैं बता देती हूँ. मैंने आप बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हो, मैंने आपका यूट्यूब वीडियोस देखा है, आपका रिव्यूज देखा है, राइट? सो देन आई आल्सो फेल इंटरेस्टेड. अरे ये इंसान को मुझ में इंटरेस्ट है, चलो क्या बोल रहा है सुनने दो. आर यू गेटिंग मी? You have to get the customer engaged and then you have to talk about the product, understanding if there is a need or not. I have a need, no, for your product.
yes, ma'am.
So you have to spot that, you have to find out that. And then you have to introduce your product.
Yes, ma'am.
वो बोलते हैं ना, आपको अगर कोई बीज बोना है तो जमीन को आपको टिल करना पड़ता है और फिर आप उसमें बीज डालते हो, राइट? और फिर उसको पानी देते हो, फिर धीरे धीरे वो उठता है. सो उसी तरीके से सेल्स इज अ प्रोसेस, करेक्ट? It's not just you come, give in a dialogue and the person buys it from you. It's a process. Okay?
So, in short, first we have to uh, understand the product that we want to sell. That
You must
what
understand
are
the product
the
inside
yes,
out.
yes, what are its uses, benefits, and uh,
How it can help the customer.
and yes, yes,
How it can add value to the customer.
right, right, right,
Then build a rapport with the customer.
right,
Get that space to introduce your topic, your
yes,
product, and then go forward and suggest, pursue,
got it,
push,
yes,
or pull.
got it, got it. Yes. Thank
Right?
you, madam. Yes.
Welcome. So, any questions? I hope we have had a lot of discussion on how you can be unstoppable.
Yes.
You understood your own limitations and you know that you can go beyond your limitations and become limitless. So the next session, next Wednesday at 8:30 p.m., we are going to speak on being limitless. There's nothing that is binding you. So you are limitless and you can achieve whatever you want. So next Wednesday, we meet with the topic being limitless at Full Talks. Full Talks is nothing but the secrets of living a full life. F stands for fearless, U stands for unstoppable, L stands for limitless, and L stands for loving. So
Lovely.
good night, all of you. Shabakir, and we can meet tomorrow at 7 p.m. Stay blessed.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Bye.
ma'am.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.